April is coming to a close, and it's the month that nationally celebrates Arab American heritage. Joining us now to talk more about Arab American Heritage Month here in San Diego and how COVID-19 is affecting their community is the president of the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee in the San Diego chapter, Doris Battar. Hey, Doris, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me.
How big of a population is the Arab American population here in San Diego?
It's a little hard to assess because the census doesn't aid us in this, and it's something we're working on. But probably 150,000 people. Oh,
so that's a big chunk of people.
Oh, yeah.
Big chunk of people. And your month gets ruined by a virus, does it not?
Yeah, it's a little strange to be wanting to celebrate this month. But, you know, we thought we'd make a general statement about Arab culture and then talk about COVID-19 responders and doctors and researchers right here in San Diego.
Well, please, the stage is yours. If you had to put, what's your signature phrase? How do you want to describe the Arab American population here in San Diego?
Well, first of all, we're the largest group in a region in the country, and many of us have been here a long time. In fact, the Masons that built Balboa Park for both expos were Syrian Masons and immigrants who largely married Mexican women. And so we've been here a long time, built Balboa Park. It was supposed to be temporary, but it's lasted many, many decades after it was supposed to be taken down. The other thing that marks Southern California is surfer music, which was created by Dick Dale, whose father was Lebanese. And he took the music of the Arabic oud, the guitar, and mixed it with rock and roll to create what we call surf music,
right.
Surf rock and roll right here in Southern California.
A very distinctive sound. All right, so with our time that we have, let's, I know you wanted to highlight some people that are standing out in the fight against COVID-19. Do I understand that correctly?
Yes, yes. I want to just briefly say that something that marks Arab Americans, which is also very Arab and also very American, is that we've been working for centuries on the issues of multiculturalism, diversity, how do societies advance, how do multi-religious, multi-ethnic societies advance. It's a project the Arab world has been a very strong part of for centuries. So coming to the United States is not a difficult leap. You know, we have a hold to a hope of democracy, and we feel very comfortable in this culture, and we feel like we can contribute because we're kind of hardwired to work with diversity. So the first person I'd like to talk about is Ojeni Touma. She's of Palestinian descent, and she is a first responder. She works for an ambulance company and has seen many acute cases of COVID-19, although she's not always sure because they drop them off and then they leave. And so Ojeni is really a 24 young woman, very ambitious, wants to be in the medical field and is starting out as a first responder. Her main concern is that she doesn't bring this virus home to her grandmother, her Siti.
Right.
And so she's really very nervous about that, very careful. You know, she gets right into the shower, removes her shoes, and just makes a little prayer that she can't infect her grandmother.
All right, Doris, let's get to the other two. I don't want to leave anybody out.
Sure, sure. The next person is Dr. Raed Al-Naser. He works in the Grossmont Hospital with other doctors, and their population that they're seeing coming in is a large, disproportionate number. He's a pulmonologist, so dealing with the lungs. And a disproportionate number of Arab Americans are showing up in the hospital with the disease and then dying from it. And he's got some ideas about why. He's very concerned about that. Again, this has to do with the census and counting Arab Americans better than we have. But because many of them are grocers, so they're vulnerable in terms of the grocery stores they administer, smokers.
And we just brought Ammar up on the screen.
Yes, okay, Ammar.
Oh, sorry, Ammar.
No, Ammar works at Illumina right here in San Diego County, and he works with finding systems of healthcare deliveries for various people. Now, Illumina is also working to decode the COVID-19 virus, get to the genome so they could figure out the best kinds of vaccines.
All right. Well, there you go then. Three very important people in our community are helping out in this fight against COVID-19. So we didn't get to enjoy our month of celebration, but at least you got to highlight three very important people in our community, Doris.
Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity.
You bet.
And in the future, again, perhaps we talk more about culture.
Absolutely. I promise you that.
Thank you.
All right. We'll have more Good Morning San Diego coming up. We'll be